Welcome to another issue of NerdFlow Podcast, where we discuss the latest weekly happenings in nerd culture news. What is up, everybody?
What's good? What's good?
Feels good to be back. I've been going away from this for a minute.
Yes, that back has been gone for a while. It's going for a while. First and foremost, Iron Royalty Gaming. We got Young Flight and the rest with us today, and we also got Snap.
What's up?
Yeah.
I guess they let you free from your job since it's Black History Month.
Oh, you wish. You wish. Oh, man. Nah, it's
You
just,
went up to them folks and said, "Can I have my freedom?"
Can I go record now, boss?
Nah, I had to pull Superman. I had to pull Superman at work today and literally save everybody. That's how I can honestly say that. And man, it's gonna be even more hectic. It's always hectic when people go away. I'm just gonna say that. If it's like the main people in the back that goes away for a minute, or one of them go away for a minute, it's crazy. It's literally crazy up there, and we short staffed and I don't know what.
So when you left, you was like, "Eyes be back to Mars now."
So stupid. Yo, stupid. All right, man. First and foremost, before we get into things, man, this is a Press Play Network podcast. Go check out other podcasts called the Hip Hop Rejects. Three Kings will be making his way back very soon. First, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is the way you can follow us. You can search either NerdFlow or NerdFlow Podcast, and you can follow our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whichever one of those you mess with. We also got Ask NerdFlow and NerdFlow Art. You can send art over to nerdflowpodcast@gmail.com. We also be on the look for NerdFlow Art all over the place, so go make sure you go check out that fire superhero and villain cookout picture we got on our community group. Go check that out for Black History Month. We also have a Facebook community as well. You can just search NerdFlow. It's a private group, so you have to be approved to get in. So don't be biting around, because you will not get approved or you will get rejected. In addition to that, we have a Teespring shop also. Teespring.com/NerdFlow. The link will be in description. You can get 50% off a NerdFlow t-shirt of your choice using the promo code NF2020 at checkout. And we got the affiliate going on with superhero stuff. So if you're down and you need some fly nerd gear, whether it be like accessories or t-shirts or hoodies or anything like that, we have a special link that'll be in the description of the show. So if you're looking to buy some stuff from there, just hit that link and it will give us a kickback to help support the show. So, man. So I want to get this topic out of the way because I know it's kind of up and down, a little bit. Some people are very super negative, don't like it at all. But then in some cases, some people I've talked to about it, it's kind of got to succeed to really do anything. The new Batman suit. A lot of people, including Young, you one of those people, doesn't like the suit. He don't like the movie in general. We ain't even got the movie yet. That's really the gist of the stand on the situation. What don't you like about the suit, Young?
The collar. It looked like it's made. It looks like it's a great value suit. Like you can go pick that suit up from Walmart. And the fact that Robert Pattinson in it.
We know that second part is a key indicator and factor of why he don't like that. Snap, did you see the suit?
Oh man, see, I do like the Batman symbol on there, but I had a problem with the ears. I'm not the. I'm just looking at his ears. They look like something that a kid would draw, like a Batman a kid would draw. Like that's the only thing I can honestly say I like about the suit.
Just go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. The suit look homemade. Just be honest.
I mean, if we don't know what part of life that Batman is in this movie, I mean,
but even his first suit,
it probably if it's the first suit, then yeah, it's homemade. Just saying, bro.
I mean, this is my thing. Here's my overall thing. I'm not even gonna sit here and say that people don't have a right to not like the suit, and I'm not gonna make people like the suit. All I'm saying is, remember when Joker came out, like the teaser trailer for that came out, and we saw his clown makeup for the first time. Some people were like, but then when the movie actually came out, we were like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
We realized, but we were under the impression that he was gonna be the Joker, but he wasn't the Joker.
True. I can't say that.
So after that, the makeup made sense. He wasn't the Joker that we were expecting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you can let that ride.
No, this Batman, on the other hand, this Batman suit, it's just, like I said, the only thing that, in my opinion, was tough on there was, like I said, the Batman logo and how it's made on the suit. But everything else is like.
Here's the thing, though, about the suit, though. That's not even the official suit. That was looks like the motorcycle. I'm on a motorcycle driving suit. I'm just saying. That's not even the suit with the cape and all. That's not the suit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's like people are getting up in hands about like a side suit that is like, it's probably like the Sunday motorcycle driving suit that you only probably gonna see for like a couple seconds in the movie of him going to point A to point B, and this is not even like the legit suit he's gonna be wearing throughout the movie. So I'm like, we getting upset. I feel like people are getting upset about a suit that's not gonna even be, not even less than 5 minutes in the movie.
I'm just used to being disappointed by DC when it comes to Batman. So
I got a question.
You have a affinity for the 1990s Batman, 1992.
I got a question.
I got an affinity for people doing the same shit over. I mean, I got a problem with people doing the same stuff over and over. Like I said, Batman has so many different villains. They want to stick to. They want to keep redoing the same thing. They find these bogus people to play Batman.
Who would you cast though? I mean, who would if Young was over Warner Brothers, who would you cast to play Batman? Who out there is like the perfect fit for Batman? Because people didn't like, for whatever reason, people didn't like Ben Affleck for whatever reservation they had about Ben Affleck being Batman. It's like people don't like Christian Bale because of the whole voice thing. Everybody had their picks and chooses with whatever the director that did the bunch of Batmans. I always call it just the Villain of the Week Batman series because that's what it was mostly about anyway.
Oh, Joel Schumacher.
Yeah, like all of those. So it's like who? John Hamm for me would have been another great choice from Mad Men, but he didn't get picked.
Honestly, like trying to think of an actor off the top of my head right now, I couldn't do it. I would have to go and look for somebody. But I think anybody would have been.
I know everybody says like, oh, we should. I get what, like, I know we've always said on NerdFlow is like, oh, they all should just do like Batman Beyond to do Terry, but you got to understand too. Yes, we're older. We're late 20, early 30 somethings. And so we've seen a lot of iterations of the Batman movies, but there's literally a large group of people that they're going to have to appeal to from 2000, let's just say the year 2000 and up to now, that are like 20 somethings that probably have not gone back and watched those movies, probably never seen those movies, or never been recommended to see those movies. And so they're trying to, they're basically recreating something, almost kind of like rebooting something to a certain extent. I give you a prime example, and it kind of blew my mind until I thought about it. Till everybody looked at the person when they said it. So I was at work, and so they were showing off this. It's a new model television, and they played the Bad Boys for Life trailer while they were showing the TV. And a younger female associate, she was like, first of all, she said, "What movie is this?" And then secondly, she was like, "Is it any good?" And everybody else that was there, that were either around my age or a little bit older, looked at her like, you've never seen a Bad Boys movie? You haven't seen Bad Boys 2? And I was like, I stopped everybody. I said, wait, she's 16 years old. When did Bad Boys 2 come out?
Early 2000s.
Thank you. She was a baby. She don't know. So I was like, people don't think in that, they in that thinking that mind in the aspect of like things is like, she don't know. She was a little kid when that crap came out. She had to go
technically speaking, I was about to say she wasn't even born yet. I don't think. Yeah, she wasn't even born yet when that movie came out.
So she has no clue. This is the third one. She not even a clue of what. There was like, I said, and then somebody said, "Do you even know who Will Smith is?" And I was like, I bust out. I was like, Willow. So it's like, you got to look at the kind of they got them. They're trying to make. I get like for us, we like, man, I don't want to see them do the origin again, all over again and again and again. But do we really want them to like? Give you another great example, like Sony's doing. Would we really have wanted? Which I don't think they even gonna probably do it anymore. Would y'all really have even wanted like a Black Cat Silver Saber movie for them to not even be in the actual appear ever in the Spider-Man movies ever? You gotta warm people up for somebody to get a solo. And first of all, we gotta like them first. And if we don't like them, then it's like, why are you doing this?
So I guess here's my question then. Exactly, if you were like in the film industry, like who would we exactly want to target in terms of audience wise? It's like you said, you got those who grew up with it, and then you have those who came literally after it. You know what I'm saying? And starting to trying to like catch up. Like who exactly or which audience would you exactly target more than anything?
I mean, they're gonna target, of course, of course, it's a superhero movie. Of course, they're gonna target the casuals. Of course, the people that are just gonna see it because it's Batman. Everybody knows who Batman is, and it's an action movie. So they're gonna target that crowd. The thing is always is like, are you gonna piss off the comic book community? How bad are you gonna piss them off?
But that's your larger crowd, though. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get people to see. Like your larger crowd is gonna be the people who been watching Batman pretty much since '89's Tim Burton Batman. When it comes to movies, that's gonna be your larger crowd. Like,
that's very true. That's very, very true. That we as fans of it, we think that because we feel so strongly about it. A great example of this, Snapback, you will understand this from 1,000%. WWE, hardcore wrestling fans, but they do silly shit that caters to casuals, and we want to get the woman demographic, and we want to get the adolescent from whatever the demographic for 8 to freaking 15 years old or whatever that age range is. It's like we want to pull them in because everybody
PG.
Everybody wants despite whatever you think. There's some companies that will cater to the hardcore, and that's all they will cater to, and that's tends to work out very well. But there's a lot of companies that their sole goal is to get the people that they don't have. That's always that. It's always about like, it's always about like growth, getting the fans they don't have. They know me, you, Snap, the entire cast of NerdFlow Podcast is gonna go see Batman because we are fans of DC comic book movies, superhero movies in general. We're gonna go see it regardless. We're gonna give them our money. because at the end of the day, it really comes down to whether we want to admit it or not. It's about voting with your wallet. Because if it sucks, we probably gonna get another one, or they just gonna back out of it altogether and just say, no, fuck this.
So I've been thinking about this at work. I was actually thinking about this earlier at work when it came to who would have been a better Batman, I guess you could say. And I'm probably going to get a lot of crap for it. But, you know, at the same time, I was going to say, like, in a sense, hear me out in a sense. Because of how he could probably, in terms of being just Bruce, even though, yeah, Batman is a major part of just being Bruce, I actually had just thought about, like, even though he's just starting to break into Hollywood, maybe, just maybe, if John Cena would have just polished up a bit when it came to his acting, and depending on how well he does in Fast 9, he probably, in my opinion, would have made a good Batman because how he can probably sound as Bruce and how he can look and come across as Bruce.
Nobody that plays in the Fast and Furious series can play Batman.
Oh, wait, just hear me out. Like, I'm not saying that he would have been a perfect fit, but I was just saying in the sense of how, I guess, John can come across as something like that. And keep in mind, this is John's first go in Fast 9, and still this is John's really beginning stage of his Hollywood career, because he hasn't really been in Hollywood that long.
No. What? Y'all remember them old, I've been in Hollywood. I'm really trying to break into Hollywood. Vince McMahon produced movies he was doing.
He did the Marine, but that was it. After that, somebody else, like the Miz, took like over that whole franchise.
Miz took over that.
He did one movie. He did one movie for WWE. So he hadn't.
No, actually, no. It was two. It was 12 rounds. He did that one too.
He did 12 rounds, but then also that got took over by somebody else. So it's like,
yeah. But the thing is, like those movies right there, they wasn't really. I never.
Because John Cena was supposed to take the place of The Rock in the movies like The Rock was doing. Because you know what's the movies like The Rock did, like The Rundown and.
See, around them times, like that's when John was actually even, in a sense, breaking into the wrestling business. Because when the movies came out, he was just debuting.
I won't say really I won't really say take the place of The Rock, because Rock didn't do any. He just never done any WWE studio movies ever. They came up with that division like after he broke out of WWE, and they just like their thing was we don't ever want. They wanted to keep. WWE is always Vince McMahon has always a thing that I want to keep He's like a child. I want to keep all my stuff mine with me. So which is the reason why he came up with a studio, because instead of how he lost The Rock to Hollywood, if he's going to cultivate a talent and keep them within his grasp and his control, I'll make my own studio and I'll put them in my movies with people that I'll get to make movies. That's what that was all about. Yeah. It wasn't never ever replacing. It wasn't a thing where like it was replacing The Rock, because that was not. They want to. The only way they were really trying to replace The Rock is that with them, they want that star to transcend wrestling and go into the more the mainstream, because for them, if they go into the mainstream, again, going back to where the casual people are, that's going to pull eyes to what they're doing. It's always their game every single time.
And I'm about to say, the tie into what he said about keeping the talent in, that's still relevant today, even without the movies. It's like you see all these contracts these folks under. Even if you get injured over there, like they're gonna add that to your contract and won't even let you go until them dates that are added on your contract because the injury is fulfilled. So yeah, that company.
Like Rey Mysterio got deal like that because he was getting injured too much.
And the guy Scott Dawson, not Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, he got an extension on his contract, so he can't leave this year until that's over with.
But back to the Batman's, it's the Batman thing. It's a wait and see, man. I mean, until we get a legit like trailer to see and show everything. Pictures show one thing. That's just like with Shazam. I kid you not. Somebody saw this. You know, when you people saw the pictures of Shazam with him in the suit, it's like, oh man, that looks corny as hell. This looks like it's not going to do good. And lo and behold, Shazam did good. So, continue with the Batman theme though, because I got some other stuff about. So there's a rumor that Batman Ninja may get a live action. I don't want that.
Yeah.
The only way I would accept a Batman Ninja live action is that Saban would have to do it. It's the only way I accept it. Because you're dealing with mechs in more terms, Zords.
I think if they do the Batman Ninja, they need to leave that out.
It's gonna be that's gonna be probably a key component. We might want to hush. We might want to hush. We might be freaking channeling Michael Bay. Transformers with Batman. I could do that.
Let's get these fireworks and explosions on the way.
The fact they trying to reboot the Transformers series.
Blow up a lot of shit in feudal Japan. That'll work.
You serious? They finna try to reboot that?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they finna try to, because you know Netflix got the Transformers series that's finna start coming out. That's finna come out, and it's animated, but it looks pretty good. I can give it that. It looks pretty good.
I just wish that Shia LaBeouf never lost his brain, and they would have just continued to do. I wish the Transformers series was primarily with him in it for the most part. That's what I kind of like going back to the actual like TV show and stuff. No adults involved, just children or teenagers or whatever dealing with the Transformers. I would have loved that probably way more.
Yeah.
If anything, if we're gonna get a Transformer movie, I still say how they did Bumblebee in the very beginning when they showed, like they kind of showed like Cybertron. I would accept a movie purely just on everything, all the politics and all that stuff that went down on Cybertron. Why did we have this war?
Well, see, that's what the show on Netflix gonna be about, showing the beginnings with Optimus and the other Primes, showing like why the war happened on Cybertron and all that stuff.
Yes, yeah. I wish they would have. That's what I wish the movies would have like. I felt like we could have got like the first movie, and then the thing like the second follow up should have just been, okay, why are these folks fighting? What is this? Allspark and all this other stuff. Like what is this? Like they could have took one movie or shoot even two if they wanted to kind of explain all that.
Yeah.
And then that could have bought them some time on the other 1 and 2 others that we got that were like shit, but well, Batman. So again, we got more rumors coming out about another Batman Arkham-esque type of game being teased. Massive open world, supposedly in the works. Again, Rocksteady still has not come out and said it. I mean, there's been like legit like Reddit line by line detail of the plot of this game, and Rocksteady has not said a doggone thing.
Not nothing.
Not nothing. And we've heard like it's supposed to be about the Court of Owls. It's supposed to be the main antagonist of the movie. I mean of the game and everything, but nothing. All I gotta say is, if this is a new Batman game, I just hope they use the Nemesis system. That's the best. That is the best like system I feel like ever created for open world game that they came up with for Shadow Mordor.
Yeah, I didn't play Shadow Mordor. Yeah, that system.
It keeps you with it kind of keeps you with a goal of what to go after in a sense.
Yeah.
instead of just, when you do open world games, you just be randomly doing just dumb shit. Even when that,
I'm just gonna go beat these folks right here and
do a mission or a side mission, and but with that, you in this mud because especially being with that is Batman. You going up the hierarchy of like some mob boss trying to get up higher, and it's like, and you got these additionally strong underbosses that you got to take out as Batman. I mean, that would be, and then if you get defeated by them, they get stronger. So it's like,
and Nemesis system would be perfect for somebody like Joker and Black Mask and people like that.
Yep. Agreed. I really hope that.
So I have a question. Who would y'all have as the main villain of the new Batman game if it comes out?
The main villain?
Yeah, the main villain. But y'all want Hush to be in this?
I was just gonna say I would do Hush.
Yeah. That'll just, I mean, that'll you go Legion of Doom. I mean, I know that's not a thing that he normally fought himself. It was like a Justice League thing, but I mean, you can bring Legion of Doom and bring back Deathstroke and shoot. Ain't no problem with like Lex or something showing up. He in Gotham City for whatever reason. He in Gotham City. It's DC, so I mean they got a lot of those properties at their whim to use.
Oh, you're saying you'll have him take on the entire Legion of Doom by himself?
Batman? Yeah. I mean, if you're taking him down, he's taking them down one by one. It's Batman. Come on. He done. I mean, he done sat down and researched every single one of them.
I mean, and Batman then dealt with Gorilla Grodd on his own. He done dealt with Deathstroke on his own. Like, or he could take on the Light, or he could take on the
Remember the most
Ra's al Ghul now. Like Ra's al Ghul hasn't been in the game yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Would be dope.
Yeah, it's like with that, it's like there's so many. It's like I said, it's so many possibilities for Batman, especially to build. Just like I said, to build a game on the Nemesis system with Batman's villain rogue gallery. The potential is endless. You could literally put almost damn near every popular villain you could think of in that game with a Nemesis system being in there.
See, that's how I feel about the movies. The same way we talking about with the games. We got so much potential we can do with the games. I just feel like it is the same amount of potential can go into a movie.
Yeah. I feel like a good Batman movie would be a good Batman movie for me, if I had to think of a plot, would be how they did Arkham Origins, where it's year one for Batman, and that they put a bounty on his head on Christmas Eve, and he has to freaking go through, and that's an easy way for you to like kind of like showcase all these villains that exist in his world that he can just like go against, and it's kind of like it's almost kind of like those Arkham Origins. What it kind of reminds me of, y'all remember the movie from back in the day, Precinct 13, where they was locked in that the police precinct.
Oh yeah.
That's what it kind of like the Arkham Origins kind of remind me of. It's like all this stuff is going on in one night, and of course, and everybody's like in Gotham, everybody's snowed in. And he got to go and, like I said, he got to take down all these and try to figure out who this is that put a bounty on him. I mean, like I said, that would be such a perfect movie for him to do. And you don't have to put a lot of people because it's really just him trying to, not get killed.
Pretty much.
True. I still will like whoever is writing the storyline for the animation series. I find them to be like really dope because I enjoy the animation.
It's a bunch of different writers for the animation.
Why can't they come together to do a movie?
Because it's a different branch of Warner Brothers.
We never really understand those questions sometimes. Because it's like you wrote this really good. Why can't you help them write this really good over here? So it's always
because at this moment Warner Brothers Animation is killing the movie scene. Like
I would have to say
right.
though. I would have to say though too. Warner Brothers really did go through a revamp after the Justice League debacle. A lot of people have been wiped away. Because if I remember correctly, the guy that's in charge is a friend of Kevin Feige. I can't think of his name. His name escapes me right now. And he's also I think he's an artist. What he did before that, he's an artist for DC. So he has lineage in writing, like doing comics himself for DC.
Mm.
So that could be also the kind of reason. I mean, if you got like Feige as your your homeboy, I'm pretty sure y'all bouncing shit back and forth, helping one another in a sense.
You know what I didn't know?
What?
I didn't know. I was watching the Watchmen movie the other day. I did not know, and I promise y'all I had not paid attention. Did not know Zack Snyder directed that movie.
Yeah.
I did not know. I was watching it and I was just like, okay, this movie makes a whole lot of sense now. The direction it went made a whole lot of sense once I saw that Zack Snyder directed it.
Well, I mean, it went. I mean, the movie kind of. I mean, that's one thing I can say about the. I mean, a lot of people talk a lot of crap about the Watchmen, like, oh, it's so long. You got to think, the Watchmen when it came out, they had one comic that told a full story, and
yeah,
that's literally what Snyder did. He told the full story in the movie, in that one. He told that one comic story, and that's why it was so long. So
yeah,
I know people talk a lot of crap about how he shoots his movies and stuff like that, but I mean, from a comic book, from our standpoint of like what we want other people to do, which is like you just take the comic book and you just make it real. That's all I want you to do, and he did that. I can't not knock the man for it. He literally did that. But it makes the Watchmen comic wasn't really, the characters weren't flushed out to begin with, and
it's a cult movie.
Yeah, they weren't. The Watchmen wasn't flushed out in the comic, so that's the reason why you probably had some question marks above your head of like Horseshat and all this other stuff, and like what is this? It's a lot of stuff that wasn't really truly explained until like later issues and stuff like that. So,
but what you like. What the TV show on HBO does is fill in a lot of blanks too.
Yeah, it does.
It really, because it's like, okay, so y'all really finna tell me that the first vigilante hero was black and he was gay, and I'm like, okay. At first, you made us think, okay, this is dope, but then you pretty much set us back 1,000 years.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not going to go into that again. I think I've went on that tirade of several episodes. Too many. Okay.
Yeah.
Gods of the Universe DLC for Dragon Ball Kakarot. I'm actually surprised that they've already announced the DLC for this already this fast.
Same.
Either that or they got like hella criticized on Reddit, somewhere on the internet, about like how they release content. Again, going back to Xenoverse 2, been supporting this game for how long? Yeah.
Since 2016. That was when the game came out. It's 2020.
It was like, bro,
And
really?
this game, y'all ain't dead yet.
Shoot, we still getting drip fed.
Xenoverse said we ain't going nowhere.
Shoot, we still getting drip fed Z fighters at this point. Still ain't got a full roster of what it really should look like, honestly.
I'm about to say.
Got 15 different Gokus.
I'm about to say, Xenoverse, even if the series that series is still alive in Kakarot though, and that was the crazy part. Yep. Xenoverse is alive in Kakarot, and I'm like, oh my god, this game went from its own game to a new game. Huh.
Speaking of, real quick, just for the listeners, if you don't know or you just get down with Japanese games, there's a big Japan sale going on PlayStation right now. So any games made in Japan, anime type games, Tekken, Dragon Ball, all those games are on sale right now, PlayStation Store. So
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Final Fantasy, any of those made in Japan, those Japanese games, Japanese culture type games.
My mind went blank. I got a text message. So.
Oh, okay.
I got a question. I got a new question. I know we just jumped off Batman, but this is I actually asked it in the group chat. I know Briario responded to the question I asked. But if y'all had a chance to cast a live action Poison Ivy, who would y'all cast and whose movie would y'all put her in, or would y'all give her a standalone?
I wouldn't give her a standalone. I would because they got because their storyline is kind of dope and it's got a lot of twists and turns. I would do her and Harley Quinn a movie together, but
there's
some.
I'm sorry. I would still give her an origin though. Don't just let her have her abilities.
I wouldn't give her an origin.
There's some characters. There's some
characters
that can't stand on their own. I don't for example, we talked about the rumor of there being a Joker 2 movie. No. I don't think that should be a thing. I think
it shouldn't.
I think it should be because he's not the Joker.
No, I know that. I get that part. But back to your point about how you feel about Batman movies and how you say okay, they don't try anything new. They keep reusing the same villains. So here's a platform. I'll take the example of X-Men Origins, for example. You can do a DC villains origins movie and flush out some of the key complex villains that can be flushed out. Clayface, Hush, another one. You can flush them out in a solo in a series of just separate movies, just separate standalone movies. They don't need no sequel. They don't need no trilogy. It's just one movie that explains everything, and then you can dump those people over into whatever Batman movie sequel that you have, so when they show up, you already well equipped and understand. Shoot, you may even empathize with them from the origin movie that you saw, and want to Batman, you're wrong for that, So it's kind of I would think that would probably be a better thing to do than them to try to do a sequel to Joker. Joker, yes, he's the most popular villain. Would I want a Lex Luthor movie? Hell no, I don't.
Definitely not.
Again, yeah. Now, I don't mind them if we get a Superman, another Man of Steel, and they go into, let's say we get Lex Luthor recast, and they go into the kind of the backstory of Lex Luthor, why he is the way he is, because a lot of people don't know that. But does it deserve his own movie? No.
I feel like the background they gave Lex in Smallville was the perfect story.
It still didn't flush out a lot of that in there because in some parts of it, a lot of people.
With his dad and stuff like that, it flushed out the back and forth between him and Clark, whatnot. It created a dynamic between him and Clark that we had never seen before.
Yeah,
and why they fell out.
What was the most messed up? And y'all probably agree with this. Who had the most messed up supposed friendship, but you never really knew it was a friendship, but you knew it was a friendship just because based off you watched other movies and they were friends? The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with him and Harry. He wasn't in the first movie.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't in the first movie, but dog, we best friends. Where you was, bro? Hey, you want to give me your blood, your spider blood, so you can save me from dying? Nah, that man wasn't your friend, bro. Just saying. I went back and thought about that. I'm like, that really didn't make
That's
any
what
sense.
A lot of people didn't like about that movie because the dynamic between Peter and Harry Harry didn't learn about Peter Spider Blood till late, but they were really friends from the only reason they really became friends is because Harry wanted his own place, and Norman Osborn said, "You got to find somebody that's responsible." And the only person that he knew that was responsible was Peter, and so that's how they ended up becoming friends and roommates.
They put because Amazing Spider-Man, like if you think about it, the Amazing Spider-Man, they played Gwen to be more of his best friend / girlfriend. Played that harder than anything. That's why I feel like with this is just my opinion. If Amazing Spider-Man 3 became a thing, Gwen Stacy didn't die at the end of Spider-Man. She became Spider-Gwen, and we was gonna get Spider-Gwen in Spider-Man 3. I'm pretty confident of that. That's what we probably would have got. We would have got Spider-Gwen. I don't think they would have just straight killed off of what's her name? I can't think of the actress name. Her name is on the tip of my tongue. Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they would have. I don't think they would have killed her off. I think she would have showed back up as Spider Gwen. I wouldn't be mad at it neither, but that's what I just kind of like always been my thought process about that. I don't think they would have killed her. Let's see here. Spawn. Ed Boon dropped a teaser on Twitter of some art of what Spawn is going to look like in the new, which is the last character from the first Mortal Kombat 11 pack that'll be coming out. It's probably gonna be like March or April, probably when Spawn will probably drop. Pretty sure we'll get early access.
Yeah, next month I believe.
Yeah, you get
and
early access.
Todd McFarlane been like, I follow him on Instagram. He was like, his script is finished. He just can't find the studio that will make a rated R Spawn movie.
Somebody will. He just ain't came. Somebody will. Be careful, y'all. We may get the boy Jordan Peele been on the roll. He may want it. It's gonna probably end up being super dope.
He definitely been on a roll.
Yeah, he already working on Candyman. It's like if he feel like he saw licking his chops and he want that Spawn, he hear about that Spawn movie being shot, he gonna be like, yeah, we can get that over here. I would not be mad. I would not be mad at if he decided to take it and do it. Now, if I feel he would do it justice. But with that being said, with the Spawn being the last character out of the DLC Pack 1 from Mortal Kombat 11, who do we think is going to be in Pack 2? Because they're already hinting at hints of Pack number 2.
I guess they may go back down the horror route.
Yeah, I heard from Evil Dead is supposed to be in this one. What's his name? From the Evil Dead movie series? I can't think of his name, but I know I've heard he's supposed to be one of the characters in it. And
instead of going like Freddy, Jason, and stuff like that, they might go Pinhead. They may, try to get some.
I actually heard Michael might be this one too as well. I've heard. I've heard Evil Dead, and I've heard Michael Myers.
Okay.
Because he's like the only character that hasn't been licensed out to any movie. We've had Jason on the previous Mortal Kombat DLC before, and of course he's in what's the game? Is it Dead by Daylight? I think it's Dead by Daylight. And he pushed
Dead by Daylight.
And you also got the Friday the 13th video game too. Yeah. So
2 in terms of Mortal Kombat character.
Mm-hmm. So
I'll say Takeda because he was always in the endings too.
Mm-hmm. So like
there's a chance Scorpion may be coming to Super Smash Bros.
That'd be dope. I don't know how they gonna do that one. Throw a spirit to somebody. I mean, no Super Smash Bros. But I don't kind of see blood a little bit. Just saying.
I know he got the perfect move set with the fire kicks and stuff for
they can. That'll be how they would, do that part. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I can't think. I'm trying to think. And then of course you got to have some core MK characters that are not in the current game.
Matter of fact, who isn't in the current game that I would like to see come back?
I heard Fujin is one rumored. I did hear Fujin was one is rumored.
They probably bring Mataro back.
Yeah. I heard Fujin, and did I hear Rico? I can't remember if I heard Rico or not. I think I did hear Rico. I think I did. I know Fujin for sure. Huh?
Is Noob Sabat in the current game?
Yeah, he's in there. Yeah, he's a freaking.
Yeah, he's in the current game. He was actually announced when the game was going to be released anyway. As it was getting close to the release date, he was announced they had his own trailer. But I said Takeda and Kung Jin because you can see them in their in
what about Frost?
Endings and whatnot.
Yeah, Frost is in there too.
She's already in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, Takeda, he definitely had to be in there because he was always mentioned, especially when it came to Jackie and Scorpion interactions. Yeah. And he was in the endings too. Now one person he's technically speaking, I want to say he was kind of dead. The only people that were in there connected to him was
Oh, you say Shinnok?
Yeah.
Oh, Shinnok was instantly just offed, like from the.
Yeah, he got because his mom is Chronica and his sister's Cetrion.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all know what kind of okay, so in a moment of boredom, I put in Mortal Kombat and watched it on DVD. And I followed it up with Mortal Kombat Armageddon and realized I had never paid attention that I know they had tried to make Raiden and Shang Tsung brothers in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. And Raiden and Shao Kahn brothers. But I had never paid attention that was supposed to be Shinnok, that was supposed to be their daddy. The white guy that was Shang Tsung was calling father, that was supposed to be Shinnok. And he was supposed to be the elder god of air, when Shinnok is actually the elder god of death. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I just said they just messed up a whole. I actually really paid attention to Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and I just kept getting madder and madder the more I watched it.
Would have set that right though for you? I can't think of the name of the YouTube channel. He does a lot of timeline stuff for just anything media, like video games or movies,
anime.
Yeah, anime, all that stuff. Look up that guy, because even with me, I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, dude. I was so confused on the timeline. I had to go watch that.
But I could honestly stay with Armageddon. I felt like they kind of got Sindel right. I felt like they got the cyborgs right.
Well, they redid everything again. I mean, with this storyline in 11, they basically had to. I think they wrote themselves into a corner. The previous game, and so this kind of because that's why they had to get a character they had to deal with time, so they can kind of rewrite everything because. People for years have been pissed off about, Liu Kang being getting killed, being a zombie and all this other stuff.
And, a lot of folks was mad that, because I know Angry B Guy was mad that Scorpion ended up turning back into a human. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think Scorpion and Subs
they fixed a good amount of that. I mean, you almost at this point, freaking Mortal Kombat is damn near DC. At this point, it's do y'all have different Earths? Because that's what it feels like.
Considering that they're in the same studio that makes Injustice and whatnot, you might well say that they're pretty much a part of DC.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I'm not even gonna lie, man. What I do love about Mortal Kombat 11. I love the graphics of that game. That game looks simply beautiful and it's super real.
That game is amazing. Amazing. Shoot, I can't wait to get my freaking gaming laptop back so I can play on PC. I got on PlayStation as well, but I just like this PC graphics, of course, too. Last topic of the night. We got Call of Duty had a leak of new battle royale mode called Warzone. Activision is taking to action against this leak because it came through via Reddit. So they're trying to find out the identity of the person that did this leak. So they some type of like act they put up against Reddit so they can reveal who it is that leaked it. But the details on the new Warzone mode is supposed to be a cross-platform 200-player battle royale mode for Call of Duty. That's a huge undertaking for consoles in general, especially when it comes down to like you're gonna have to, from a standpoint with that many moving pieces, you're gonna have to render some stuff down. I'm wondering if we're gonna have vehicles too. Should we have vehicles like Jesus? How the hell are y'all doing this?
So I had this idea that if I was working with the Call of Duty team, that I would have put on the game. And just hear me out on this. Rambo mode.
Yeah. So I kind of feel you on that. I would probably, if they could license out some of the. No, I want to see if we thinking the same thing or you thinking something different from what I'm thinking. I'm thinking more on the lines of like kind of like a hero mode. Kind of like how Star Wars Battlefront. I'm thinking like something like that, like kind of more like a Star Wars Battle. Or you thinking more like
a survival mode?
Oh, like a survival mode,
like it's just you against a whole army, one man against a whole army.
Yeah, it's like a 1v. Well, that's almost kind of like a battle royale, but you have AI that's like you could kind of tune to be super smart, and you going against the elements pretty much. I can feel that.
And then you almost got to be kind of like with Rambo mode. It's almost like some Metal Gear Solid type stuff, where you got to sneak around in the woods or the jungle.
So what you referring to, that Ubisoft would probably be good at doing, because that's Breakpoint, pretty much Breakpoint. Because Breakpoint, like because I have Breakpoint, when you're like going around and trying to sneak into stuff. Like you can literally roll around in the mud and get yourself covered in mud to mask yourself. Like you can literally do that in the game. That's kind of more. I think that's probably more up Ubisoft's alley as far as a game they could do, because the last Rambo game did terribly that they came out with, but not Ubisoft, but they came out with a Rambo game that was a rail shooter and it sucked. Really bad, like real bad. What are y'all thoughts on this? Like, you think it's? With Call of Duty, I wonder if this is going to.
As long as Call of Duty doing cross-platform now,
yeah,
that's what's going to keep it.
I wonder is it going to take away from the Black Ops battle royale mode, or at all? You have fans that are like, Black Ops fans, we ain't leaving until we get another Black Ops. And you got, I think at this point, Activision has finally just come to the conclusion that, okay, we just going to go with our two tried and trues and not divert from and not do some other third title that nobody really going to give a damn about. Yeah, they'll sell some copies because it's Call of Duty, but at the end of the day, Black Ops and Modern Warfare are where they made probably the most money from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be legit. I need to finally pick up like Modern Warfare. That's the only game out of all the games I've been trying to play through. That's the only one I haven't picked up yet. It's been on and off on sale. It's on sale again this week. I think it's like $38 or $35 now. I've been trying to want to get my hands on that as well, because I had fun. I had so much fun playing the beta of Modern Warfare when it came out. All right, man. So I think this is going to be a close of, this was issue 129, NerdFlow Podcast. I am Royalty Gaming. Also, you guys can check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/I am Royalty Gaming. I go live pretty much lately every night, between 10 p.m. and longer a lot of the time. So I'll be going live tonight. But yeah, Anybody else got anything they want to say before we close it out for this issue?
No.
No, I'm good.
Good. All right.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so people, we will catch you guys for issue 130 of NerdFlow Podcast. Get you guys next week.
I'll let you.
Peace.